Olivia Francis, fantastic set. Thank you so much for performing on Sessions today.
This was so fun. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
First off, you said during your performance you're originally from Ohio and you spent some time in Nashville as well.
That's right. Yeah.
What was it like performing in Nashville as a songwriter and getting to collaborate with other people there?
Sure. Yeah. It was really awesome. I call my gap year my dream year. It was just so cool. Nashville is such a special place in the sense that there are all these musicians who've come from all over the United States and the world to do music, and it's just one of those cities where you're like at the grocery store and you check out, and like the person who's checking you out is a drummer, and then who you're like, oh, like let's exchange numbers, and maybe you'll be, in my show sometime, and it's just so collaborative and really a supportive community, which is really nice. It's very much like let's work together, like let's write songs together and play music together. And so I actually go to Nashville any chance I get for winter break and spring break, because it's only about 4.5 hours from Cincinnati. So growing up, my mom used to drive me down there. We'd make trips out of it together. And I hope to actually move back there when I graduate from school.
Oh, cool. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
So how long have you been writing songs?
So I wrote my first song about my 7th grade crush. So I was about 12 years old. I wrote it on my bed, and some of my friends still remember that song, which is really funny. I never play it out or anything anymore. And so since then, I joined the Nashville Songwriters Association. There's a chapter in Cincinnati that I would go to growing up, and it was really cool because we'd have sort of critique sessions where we'd all get together and sort of, listen to each other's songs and give feedback. And so that really helped me with my writing process. And I really have found that co-writing is such a blast. I mean, I like to write by myself now, but it's one of those things where a lot of the time I just wait for my weekly writing session with like one of my friends and like pitch them an idea I have, and we kind of go from there. So I feel very grateful to have found some co-writers who have been really good friends. I mean, we've been friends for like 4 or 5 years now. One of my friends, Mike Asterkin, we've been writing weekly for about 4 years. So we have built up a catalog at this point, and it's really cool to just be like, wow, like look at the songs we've written over this period of time.
and what are some of the biggest kind of influences, whether like you're inspired by topics to write about, or it's just like musicians or different bands or solo artists that you really inspire you?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say I'm super inspired by Casey Musgraves and her career. She was signed as a songwriter first and then became an artist after that, and like now she's nominated for Best Album of the Year at the Grammys, so I'm so proud of her and excited for her. I love Joni Mitchell, Florence and the Machine, Ingrid Michaelson, Joan Baez, all those women, and really I look up to all of them. But I also love like Bon Iver. Like to me, his music like is not even earthly. It's like somewhere it belongs like to some other planet. And oh my gosh, I mean, yeah, I have a lot, but those are just a few to share.
Cool. So you mentioned you have an album now. What was that process like of recording it?
Sure. So that album I released sort of at the end of my gap year. So it was kind of a compilation of songs that I had written throughout the year. It's actually a bit old now. I released it November 2015.
Okay.
So in terms of my upcoming plans, I'm actually launching an Indiegogo campaign starting February 6th, which is really soon. So I'm like kind of freaking out, but I'm really excited. And then hopefully I'll be able to get a new album out in May. So
that should coincide, hopefully, with the Indiegogo, this video that people will be watching eventually towards the end of February. So, yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited, and I plan to hit the road in June after graduation with the new songs. And so I love music and I love performing, so I'm grateful to be doing it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again, Olivia. That was a great set, and glad to have you on Advocate Sessions.
Thank you, Chris.